we can sometimes stay in nicer places because when I was on my own, I wouldn't justify paying for a hotel.
How does, from your book of travel hacks and pleasure hacks and all of them, how does traveling as an individual versus as a family, how does that, the gear shifts, the cost multiple changes?
Yes.
So how does, not just the hacks, but the costs, can you just share your thoughts on that?
Well, it doesn't, it doesn't. There are some things that work out to be more economical. Like we can sometimes stay in nicer places because when I was on my own, I wouldn't justify paying for a hotel. So I would pay for a hostel or stay with a friend or, I don't know, find a cheaper room because as a single person, it's a lot to go and pay for a hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
So now because the cost is for the three of us, you go, well, we need a bit more space, so we will stay in a nicer place. So the cost increases, but the comfort and the niceness increases. The biggest cost that is unavoidable most of the time is the flights. Like flights, just there's no two ways about it. And they're also an upfront cost.
Mm-hmm.
However, like I said, we use frequent flyer points. So through our everyday spending, the cards that we got, or even some bonuses through the cards that we accrued points. And so this trip here should have cost us $2,100 to fly to Perth for 3 people. It cost us $350 plus points, 84,000 points and $350. So I couldn't even get to Sydney return for $350 cash. So that's a way we find a hack. But then I think, as a solo person, there's just activities also I wouldn't do because it's not as enjoyable on my own. So then that's when I did a lot more of meeting up with people, or I would join a group thing or stay in a hostel because I knew I'd meet people, or stay with family and friends. Whereas when we're traveling as a family, we're the activity ourselves. So car hire as well. I used to catch buses and trains to get around. And although the car hire might seem like a lot of expense, sometimes when you look at the trains or short flights or buses in Europe, it kind of works out the same, but I just wouldn't justify renting a car by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So there's kind of an economies of scale when you're a family, but no two ways about it. If there's 3, 4, 5 people, of course, 3, 4, 5 flights is a lot more than one flight. So it's just adjusting. And so we might spend more on hotels, but less on, maybe I used to go out partying more and shopping more and things like that. So sometimes I think the cost is just choices. And there's ways to do affordable travel as a solo or a family. And I think you just choose to do different activities or choose to travel in a different way depending on your situation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.